What's going on, YouTube? Hope you're having a wonderful week so far. As promised, we'd be getting more into the house of Boadicea the Victorious. Now, I was talking to one of my subscribers a little while ago. I was watching a Lightning game, drinking some bourbon. I went through almost every single fragrance on Boadicea's website. It seemed like half of the 10 or 12 or so that I had written down, almost half of them were from the Sapphire collection. And one that really caught my attention was Violet Sapphire. Guys, it's got raspberry sorbet, peach, passion fruit, and violet leaves at the top. You got magnolia, jasmine, Iranian rose, and the heart notes. And then one of my favorite parts is the cashmere wood, sandalwood, Cambodian oud, and amber. It's got a crystal amber note in the base of this fragrance as well that is reminiscent to Gramercy Park. It's got a nice, clean, creamy kind of musk note in there. The crystal amber and the musk in the base of this fragrance really kind of remind me of Gramercy Park, but it's very different because of course it has the cashmere wood, sandalwood, and Cambodian oud. But guys, I cannot say enough good things about this fragrance. As you can see, I haven't had it very long. I've only worn it maybe twice on skin. In fact, I'm actually wearing it now. Sprayed it on about 4 or 5 hours ago. It's a very sweet fragrance at the top, as you would expect. I mean, it's got raspberry sorbet, so kind of like a creamy raspberry accord. And then the peach and the passion fruit just give it a very juicy, sweet note, along with the freshness and kind of green, earthy notes of the violet leaves, like slightly powdery almost, slightly floral. Violet leaves has become one of my favorite notes in fragrances. I love it in Dubai Jade as well. And it is just extremely well done here. And then you got the florals, of course, the magnolia and the Iranian rose and the jasmine and the heart notes as well. Guys, I can't say enough good things about this. And if you're new to the channel, welcome as well. You know, consider subscribing. Channel memberships help keep the channel independent, so consider one of those. It helps me buy more fragrances like this. You guys don't have to worry about me, getting bottles sent for free, and then I don't have to go through, did I get this for free? Is this an honest review? Everything that you see on this channel, I pay for with my own money. So it's something that I buy stuff to fit my collection or notes that really intrigue me. And for me, Violet Sapphire is one of the better ones I've tried from the house so far. I mean, they're all good. They're all so different. This one is probably the most unisex one that I've tried so far. Like, women could absolutely wear this because of the sweetness and the florals in there. But what really sets this apart, again, is the musk, crystal amber, cashmere wood, sandalwood, and the Cambodian oud at the base. It really gives it a nice woody depth to it. And the fragrance would just not be the same without that. It wouldn't be as good in my opinion. They did a wonderful job of making it kind of masculine in the base notes to kind of balance everything out. Because, with the florals and the sweet notes at the top, very fruity and floral fragrance as well. But just extremely well blended with those base notes. I can't get enough of it. And even on skin, it does smell a lot different out of the bottle. On skin, you get a lot more of the musk and crystal amber and the oud out of the bottle. When you smell it, you really just get a lot of those floral and fruity top notes with the violet leaves. So just as any good fragrance should, it's meant to be worn on skin. Very high oil concentration as well. It's very developmental. I mean, I've only worn it twice. For me, this is definitely going to be a spring or summer fragrance, although it is powerful enough to where you could wear it in the winter time. And this is just one of those things for men and women. I think they're going to really appreciate that. If you want a very high level, luxury, niche, unisex fragrance that's just going to be very, very deep and complex and unique, but also kind of mass appealing with those fruity notes in the top. I mean, this is it for you. This is it. It's just wonderful fragrance, man. I'm going to be wearing it a lot this spring and summer. I'm very glad I bought it when I did, along with Blue Sapphire and Aqua Sapphire from that lineup. Those are two fragrances, again, from Boadicea the Victorious. I will be wearing a ton during high heat situations. So now Violet Sapphire, it's very expensive, just like all the sapphires. I think they're all about the same exact price. And when I went through all the fragrances on Boadicea's site, this one really caught my attention with the top notes because I had just recently tried Tony Iommi Monkey Special from Xerjoff, and that had passion fruit in there. But these fragrances you can't compare. That's got passion fruit, caramel, it's got rum in there. This doesn't have caramel or rum or anything like that. This one is actually not as sweet as Tony Iommi Monkey Special. So if you're worried about it being overly sweet, I wouldn't say it is for me personally, but it's also something that you may want to get a sample of if you have an aversion to overly sweet fragrances. If you have tried Tony Iommi Monkey Special and you thought it was too sweet, this is not close to that, because again, the rum and the caramel really kind of heighten the passion fruit in Tony Iommi. And you can't really compare the fragrance because they are different. I'm just talking about the passion fruit and the top notes in general. This is a lot better blended in terms of the depth and the development on skin. Where the Tony Iommi Monkey Special, as much as I love it, it's a little bit more of a one-trick pony to where it's kind of sweet all the way through. Where this, really at the 6 to 8 hour mark, it starts going into the sandalwood, cashmere wood, oud, musk, and crystal amber. And that's probably one of my favorite parts of the fragrance. I mean, it's all good. The whole fragrance is excellent the way it develops, but really the base notes is where this shines, and it really keeps it from being overly sweet or floral throughout the entirety of the fragrance. And, you know, I've said this about Boadicea the Victorious before, but with the price tag that you pay, you would kind of expect that. You know, you would expect it to be well blended, have good development. Of course, the ingredients and the quality of the ingredients are there, but just the way it's blended is just a fabulous job by them. Superb blending. It's something to where I would imagine this is one of the more difficult ones to blend, along with maybe Pearl Moon and some of the others, but this could have been overdone so easily in any one area. And adding those base notes and the musk and the Cambodian oud along with the woods, it really kind of balances out and really helps the development go through its phases as it should. And this is just turning out to be one of my absolute favorites for spring and summer. And again, if you're a woman and you like these types of fragrances, don't shy away because it's 100% unisex. I know with a lot of these companies now, they try to label it that way, where almost everything is unisex because it's just easier to sell stuff that way. You're not really kind of taking someone and saying, no, this isn't for you. But when you look at the notes of some of these, you can tell that some are certainly more for women and some are certainly more for men. But at the end of the day, you just got to wear what you like and what goes well on your skin. For me, there is a lot of fragrances like Bond No. 9 West Side and Birth of Venus and Palace Athene. And I guess you could even maybe throw this one in there to where they would, with the florals and the sweet fruit notes at the top, you can almost say they're more for women. But on my skin, man, this one really shines. Again, now that I've worn it, it's about 3 hours since I sprayed it on, maybe 4 hours. You really get a lot of the crystal amber, musk, and the woods with the Cambodian oud. It's not really quick to transition, but it does settle quicker than some of the other fragrances from Boadicea that I've put on my skin so far, which I really like about it, because you do get those nice fruity top notes and violet leaves and the florals right when you spray it on. Very fresh, clean, sweet, and then the magic happens around the 6 to 8 hour mark for me, where it really kind of starts going to those oud and wood base notes with the musk and the crystal amber. It's just beautiful stuff. Can't wait to wear it more. Very highly complimented, as you would expect. A lot of these from the house of Boadicea the Victorious get a lot of compliments, and they're also very unique. So that's a win-win for me. It's easy to get compliments on stuff if it's a mass appealing generic DNA, but some of those you're just going to smell like everybody else. This one doesn't really smell like anything else that I've tried so far. So credit to the house of the Boadicea the Victorious and to the perfumers that are involved with that. But yeah, this is just incredible stuff. I know it's expensive. There are some places you can get these discounted. I've actually been buying mine from a private company in the United Arab Emirates, and it's Oler.beauty, O-L-E-R. I'll leave it in the description. They're an eBay seller and very trusted. I bought from them before. They have 100% feedback rate. eBay, you're protected anyway, especially if you use a credit card. There's 2 layers of protection there, so you don't really have to worry about if something happens with shipping or maybe you think you got a fake. But these fragrances here, this is something to where I would definitely be on the lookout for them on discount, because if you buy them direct and you're here in America, the conversion rate is like $1.27 pound and dollar for the American dollar. So you're paying about 27 cents more on the dollar if you were to buy it from their website. And that can equate to almost $900 a bottle. So I've been getting these. Sometimes you can get a deal from Oler.beauty as well if you buy 3 or 4 at a time, which I've been trying to do. and just trying to keep the price down as much as I can, relatively speaking. I mean, this is a fragrance channel, but it's really important to me if I can save a couple bucks here and there, then at the end of the year that may be, equal to me buying 2 or 3 more fragrances as a whole. So for me in general, that's really important, but it's also important to work with somebody that has good communication and sells a legitimate product and ships them safely, and like they actually care about the product they're selling. And they've just done a wonderful job as a seller on eBay. So if you're looking for Boadicea the Victorious, that's a good place to look for it. They do have some on Joma Shop as well. I think there was only like 3 or 4 on Joma Shop, so not as much variety, I would say, but Oler.beauty definitely has quite a few different ones for sale. A lot of high quality ones like the Sapphire lineup. So if you're looking for that, I definitely have used them before. I don't get any kickbacks from them. They don't give me commission. I'm just letting you know a legitimate place that you can buy them. Shipping is expensive. It's $30 because it's from the United Arab Emirates, but it is pretty quick. I've been getting them in about 3 to 4 days, sometimes a week after ordering, just depending on when I place the order and when it ships. So again, guys, look up the notes for yourself. Violet Sapphire. If it interests you, maybe it's worth a sample or a decant. But this fragrance is just absolutely incredible. Men or women, definitely meant for high heat situations, although it is powerful enough to be worn in the cold weather. For me, this is going to be spring or summer. And while I'm mentioning that, I'll go over some of these reviews for the rest of what I purchased from Boadicea the Victorious. But when I'm done with that, I'm going to do a top 15 from my entire collection on what I'm going to be wearing for spring or summer the most. And I hope you guys will enjoy that video and stay tuned for it. Again, like and subscribe, maybe a channel membership. It really helps the channel stay independent. It helps me keep reviewing more fragrances like these. And I'll be seeing you guys soon, all right? I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.